Well, all right, y'all. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're a returning guest, welcome back. You know, appreciate the vibes. Appreciate you being part of the gang, the audience. Maybe I shouldn't say gang. You know, people are so sensitive these days. They cancel you over anything. But yes, welcome to It's Pudding's Tea, and I'm your host, Pudding, of course. And with me, with me, I have my beautiful co-host, the one, the only, the magnificent, the inspiring, the sensational, Mr. Curry. Y'all give it up for Mr. Curry, y'all.
I swear, if you could see my hand and facial movements every time you do this,
But yeah, bro,
I
yeah, I got you,
love
bro.
it. I love it. What's good, everyone? How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's
Yeah.
ready.
Listen, I hope y'all ready for this one today, yo. I hope you ready. I hope you're ready. So yeah, so today is season what? We got season 4, episode 4, you guys.
Yep.
Episode 4, we're getting well into season 4. This is nice though. Like I'm really digging the vibes, bro. Like uh just
Same.
just real quick, I just hope that we do provide something to your daily lives. You know, to some degree. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right,
I
right.
hope y'all digging it. I hope you digging the vibes. So yeah. So today we're actually getting into another episode of current events. And I realized by checking some of the stats and stuff that like that we do have people that are outside the US that listen. So I appreciate that. Thank you. We appreciate it. We love it.
We love all of you.
I'm trying to tell you. So since we do have that, I thought that when we do current events, we do more of a a little world thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. See what's
You
going
know,
on across the water.
So yeah, so we do like so some of these are in different places. I think most of them maybe in the US. I just know that my search criteria is world news. So yeah, that part. So let's see what we have here. So the first one, and I thought this was pretty interesting. Um, is a 70-year-old woman, right?
Hmm.
Just gave birth to twins in Uganda.
Oh, wow.
Just gave birth to twins, 70 years old. She did undertake some fertility treatments or whatever like
Hmm.
that, just to assist her along the way. Because of course, I mean she's 70, but I think this really is dope because it proves more so that we don't have to be so stuck on like the whole age thing.
The female body is amazing.
I'm trying to tell you,
A 70-year-old woman can have twins.
yeah, like
That is
it.
awesome.
I think that honestly, bro, I feel like if we did have different like lifestyles, if we were like eating healthier and living healthier lifestyles, like real talk, I really do think that we would live longer and we could do things like I do believe that people lived up to 2 and 300s. I think that's the only reason why we don't think it's possible is for some reason, just because we don't see certain things, we feel like it ain't possible until you see it.
Right. You know how we are. If you don't see it with your own eyes, it's not possible.
And it's like you do have to get over that because it's like, how are you going to be the one that makes changes if you still think that? You know what I'm saying? Like maybe you'll be the first. Because I'm pretty sure this woman, well, maybe not where she. I just know that if this was someone in my family, like, bro, if this was someone in my family, bro, I wouldn't. I'm not saying that I would judge them, but I would have questions.
I would have questions too.
I would have questions, maybe a few jokes, but most definitely questions. Cause I'm like, okay, so
Grandma still got it.
like, bro, listen. Look, it's some people now. It's some people that had oops babies. You know what I'm saying? Well into their like 50s, I guess you could say. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think we worked with a guy overseas. I think he was in his 70s when. But usually that doesn't kind of really surprise him when when it's a man that gets a younger woman pregnant.
Right, right.
But I still be like, bro, are you gonna make it to graduation? Like, like bro, like when they graduate from college, like
I think
so.
about all that kind of stuff. I've been telling myself because as you all know, I don't have any kids of my own, so I'm 35, and I'm just like,
Right.
kind of want to,
I'm in the same
still be
boat.
able to. I want to be able to, run some football plays or be able to catch them if they try to, run off or something like that.
Like, bro, listen, I'm gonna have to have twins. And I do have a twin that, well, my dad's a twin, so I might have, I don't know, I might have the twins. I mean, I want it that way so they can play with each other because I'm tired now, bro.
Right.
So it ain't no waiting later, like, to figure out what I'm having in me. I already see it's not happening. Like, maybe, I think, like, once you have the child, things may change, though. And it may even inspire me because, I mean, as of right now, I'm still trying to get in better shape, just period, right?
Right.
And working on like mobility and things like that. Like I think
Hmm.
that's a start. But I just don't like, and I look. Don't get me wrong, I love children. I love children,
Same.
but I just like not having to look after. like like they can't go like out the room by themselves.
Because
like
you
once
know they're
they
gonna get into everything.
everything, and it's the constant having to get up
Right.
to see what you're
It's
doing, bro. Like,
like right now, I like peace. Like I like being
bro,
able to sit in a quiet room sometimes and just chill. But
yeah,
when you
take
get the
naps
kids
whenever
running
you want
around,
to.
if it gets too quiet, there's something
Bro,
wrong.
there's something wrong. They doing something.
Something's going down.
You cleaning up
It's too
something.
quiet. Oh yeah.
You're cleaning up something. If they're quiet, you're about to clean up something. Let,
Hmm.
let me tell y'all real quick, right, about my little cousin. Um, and oh yeah, I never put out that episode that me and her did, but y'all will hear from her. She'll be a guest on here. Probably sooner than later. I don't know. It depends. She's so busy. But anyway, real quick, when she was like, she was like one, I think, right? No, she might maybe a little older, no older than 3. So
Hmm.
I was watching her. I was sitting there chilling, and she was always like a very intelligent baby. Like, so she would get into like things, but in a smart way. So like it got quiet, right? So I'm like, wait a minute, something ain't right. So I go around to my grandmother's room. 'Cause it was in we lived in a trailer at the time, right?
Hmm.
So for the most part, you can kind of see everything from the living room, from the
Right.
den or whatever. So I'm in the den, I'm looking, and I don't see her. I'm like, I don't hear either. Okay, no, something wrong. So I know she has to be in my grandma's bedroom or her bathroom because it's on the end. It's the only thing I can't really see. So I go around there, and she has the bathroom door cracked, right? So I peek
Hmm.
just to see, like I peek in there. This girl, I got lotion, right? She was smothered. You remember the big bottle of cocoa butter lotion used to be at the dollar store? Like
Oh
it's a
man.
big bottle, right? She
Yeah.
done took the top off of it. She got lotion on herself from head to toe. She done took a roll of toilet paper and done been tearing pieces of toilet paper off, sticking it to herself. Talking about she turned herself into a mummy. She had to
What?
be about 2 or 3 because she could say mummy, right? She could talk. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Mind you, I think was I watching whatever I was watching had to have mummies or something on it. But you not thinking about these kids, bro, when they digesting the stuff. Bro, she got tissue everywhere. She really almost looked like she was
She
almost
really
done.
turned herself into a mummy.
Like she really was turning herself into a butt. I was like, that is so smart, right? But it's like, I'm mad because she got lotion everywhere, bro. I gotta clean this up. Cause the first thing my grandma gonna wonder is, where was you at? Where was you at? I think my grandma was getting like her hair done or something like that. And
Mm.
so I cleaned it up or whatever and told her about it when she got back. And she was like, but she never whooped her though. She was so spoiled. Like my grandma had her so spoiled. So she thought the same thing. She was like, she pretty much praised her for her intelligence at that point. Like,
I could see that.
yeah, like if I would have did it, she would beat my back off. But my little cousin, it was cute. It was cute then. She had to retire, you know, she retired and put up her gloves. So yeah, but I mean, bro, I just had to tell this story real quick. My bad, y'all. So it's off topic, but
Imagine
still.
seeing that with 2 kids, and you're
Oh,
70.
and you're 70. You're 70. I ain't gonna lie, my grandma kept up. I ain't even gonna front to you, bro. My grandma kept up. Like no joke. Like she raised children for a very long time. Like a very long. So I don't know. So maybe we could be wrong then. Cause
Hey,
the only thing I would say is that your child still needs some type of younger influence because like you still need you need both. I think you would strive better in your life by having both, by having that wisdom,
right.
but also by being up to date too. Because when
Mm-hmm.
someone, anybody who's been raised by their grandparents, anything like that, like you end up kind of being like in the dark about a lot of things, and you end up you end up being a little upset about it. You know what I'm
I
saying?
could definitely see where that could happen.
Yeah, so it's like if you're caught up in your old ways and you don't listen to the younger crowd or younger folks or whatever the case may be, and vice versa. If you're younger and don't listen to the older folks, like you'll miss out on a lot. And so that's
Right.
where it can get kind of sticky at. But other than that, hey, either way it goes though, I'm happy for it.
Right.
Like
Definitely. Definitely.
so it's like I still I'm also the same age as you. So I'm like, you get that. I don't feel that way, but people will have you feel that way when they ask you. Cause it went from hey, children are a big responsibility. Be careful. Make up your mind. Make sure you're smart about it. Too. When you gonna have kids?
Right.
When are you gonna have them? Like what? Whoa, what happened? How did the dynamic?
What happened to all those other talks?
Like what happened? So it was like yeah. So it's like that's how you got it. It kind of makes you. Others can kind of make you feel like you get too old, but I don't think so. I think when the time is right. Like I haven't thrown the idea out the window. I'm gonna have children one day. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
just not right now. Just not right now. Like I'm really having fun, bro. Like let me like I'm
I'm
learning new
chilling out
things.
here.
The world looks different to me every day. Like I'm chilling right now. Oh, and the fact that I'm single. Like that doesn't
That
I
part.
mean, that part. Even though I could just go out and get, you know, you know.
Right.
Yeah. So but it's like so yeah, so I still have that option. I still have that option. So when I'm ready, I'll do my thing.
Maybe I'll be when I'm 70. Who knows? But I'm
I
good right
ain't,
now.
I'm not saying all that. Hey, bro, I don't know about that boy. I do not know, but you never know.
You
But
never know.
I'm pretty sure. I think she's the. I'm not too sure if she's the oldest woman to have children, to have a baby, but she is the oldest one to give birth in that particular hospital she gave birth in Uganda.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and her
awesome.
name is Safina, I think. And she had a boy and
Okay.
a girl, just in case anybody was wondering. I say, oh, she got it out the way. She got one boy, one girl. But
Right.
who knows who knows? She might have children because if she did it with fertility treatment, that means it was most definitely intentional. So she may end up having children later on. Who knows?
Who knows?
So all right. So now moving to the next one. This one here got me right. Oxford University Press. For those who don't know, like that's one of the largest like university presses, right? It's a worldwide known, I guess. But it's a publishing company. Like when you see the little letters on the back of the book cover type of thing. You probably don't
Hmm.
think nothing of it, but just the name of it tells you that they got some type of, prestige. Oxford University Press. Like, it sound like, don't it smell like money? It just
It
smell like a
does.
big corporation. But yeah, so they do pretty much anything that involves academics and things of that nature, right?
Hmm.
Um, these prestigious people have chosen the word Riz as the word of the year.
You know what? I saw I saw a video on that today.
Bro,
Riz is the word of the year. I did not think that this word was gonna get this far.
listen. First of all, I don't even know what this word. I didn't know what the word was until I did research, right?
Same.
So apparently it's like a word the word is popular, so they say it's popularly used by the Gen Zs, right? These labels. Okay, so yeah, it's probably used by them and it's pretty much the ability to attract or seduce someone.
Riz.
Riz. I was like, this is where we at now? This is where we at? This is the word of the year?
This is
This
a.
is where we at.
Is this word in the dictionary?
It is now. If it's the word of the year, I'm pretty sure they probably gonna add it to it. Like, bro,
Oh my
we
goodness.
are we are a joke sometimes, bro, with the English language. Like, bro, listen. Why?
I
Why?
I'm trying to pull the words for this.
Why?
The
Like
word of the year is
all
Riz.
all the words. First of all, and a word that means this anyway, like to seduce somebody. That's the word we chose for the year. All these we
I'm
couldn't
still
find
trying to understand
we
how
could
to
find
use that
something
in
with
a
more
sentence.
importance. You know what? Let's see. Okay. He really. I don't know. He really got you. Really got the riz. I don't know. I can't tell you, bro. I'm listen. This made me feel so
I don't
old
even
today.
think they say the Riz.
Like I don't know what I don't know. You gotta ask one of them. I'm
Like,
gonna call my
do I
cousin. We
say
got to
let my
ask
Riz
somebody.
game hard?
Like I
Nah,
guess.
that sounds old. Like, man,
I don't know what to tell you. Like
I'm pretty sure there's some Gen Zs listening to this right now. Like, oh my gosh.
right. Like what are y'all talking about? Like really? Like they probably use it every day, all day, and they like you having troubles with this. I really am having troubles with this. I don't get it. But and to know this to the because each generation always beefing with each other, which is funny to me. I think it's all love at the end of the day, though.
Definitely.
I don't think we all really mean it. To be honest, I've never heard someone who said it and actually like meant it. like, like. So, yeah. Uh, y'all can have that. Y'all can have
I
that.
wanna raise you up.
No, that don't even work either.
It doesn't work. I don't. I'm
That don't work either because it don't like bro. Next topic for the day,
next
bro.
topic.
Like the fact that that was news to me, like that, and I was
That was
like,
news to me
really?
too.
I like this is what we've come to. This is what it's boiled down to. Whatever. Okay, yeah. So on to the next one. I cannot. I cannot. I like world class academics. World class
Wow.
academics. Mm-hmm. World. This is world class academics, bro. They chose it. Yeah, they made that decision. To me,
So you could put that in
because
a
no,
college paper now.
so probably so. If it's word of the year, not saying, not phrase, not like on some joke type thing. It was word of the year. So I'm like, that means that y'all consider it an actual word. Moving on. They wonder what's wrong with the world today. Moving on. Okay, so uh, next interesting thing here going on with us. People's love for SUVs is actually taken away from like the cleaner energy, the efforts that people are putting into creating things that create cleaner energy.
Hmm.
They're actually they're actually taken away from it. Like it's pretty much like okay, so they did like a study, right?
Okay.
And the products that they've come out with, when used properly, worked properly or whatever the case may be, it would decrease like the issue about 30%. Like as far as like pollution and things like that, I guess.
Right.
By 30%. And I was like, to most people, this may be like, okay, who cares? But that that's important, bro. Like like really, like okay. So but my thing is, if you know this, right, and you know that us living, because people don't understand how serious it is for us to live on a clean planet, bro. Like this is our environment we're talking about. The environment
Right.
really is important. Like you do know that, right? Like you have to
If
be
the
in that.
planet fails, we are gone.
Yes. Like come on, bro. Like a lot of people just don't care. I guess a lot of people feel like they got to be in a special field to care about that type of thing. Or, bro, you need to put forth a little bit more effort. You trying to tell me we care more about SUVs? We care more
I
about
mean,
them putting out new SUVs.
but they have SUVs that are electric.
Yeah, but they still prefer other SUVs, and they're well, they're not cleaner. They don't have, I guess, the features, and so people are more so going for the ones that are not good for the economy or whatever, or the environment and stuff like that. The economy, I think that's right. But
So you
yeah,
would rather drive that gas guzzling SUV?
but I think it's because people don't. I don't think people even realize though. But the funny thing is that even if they don't know, inadvertently they're choosing the worst option. But but see, that's another
Right.
thing though. Why the manufacturers? Why are they? Well, you know what? It is more vehicles that don't have those features though. I think it probably take a little bit, but it's weird though because the way made it sound, the report made it sound as if like we're doing everything we can as far as making better stuff. Y'all just not buying better stuff. Like that's how they made it seem to me.
And to be honest with you, I honestly agree with that claim. Because I have these conversations with my friends all the time. Like, so all of my friends know that I want to get a Tesla Model X. That is the SUV version. You know, the big boy with the gold wings. Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
I want that one. So I tell people this, and they're like, "Oh, you're gonna pay so much in, maintaining it and stuff like that." But I have my reasons. Like I think, it's, better for the environment, of course.
right.
And there are a lot of features within it that I actually personally like myself.
I mean, I
Like the
I
fact that
love the
it can Uber me without me having to touch the steering wheel.
like I like that futuristic stuff. Like I've always looked forward to that because I always love watching Fifth Element. Like, bro, I still watch Fifth Element. I think I watch it every year. To be honest, with you. I love Star Wars and stuff like that. Right. So
Right.
I can dig it. I just don't know if I fully trust the people that makes them or their reason for making them. You know what I'm saying?
And,
Like
and I think
it.
that's where people are shying away because they don't
Right.
trust it because they don't, you know, we
They're not
don't,
known for taking care of us, bro. They're not known for making things good for us. So when they do, it gets sticky.
yeah, everybody looks like, I don't know about that. But I mean, you're going to buy the newest iPhone.
True. That's true. That's true. that is,
I'm just
that
saying.
is true. Yeah, you got a point there. But I think it's also a money thing too. Like if they come out with a nice little, I don't know. It depends. Do they have little inexpensive electric cars? Because I don't keep up with that type of
Yes.
thing.
You can
So
get a
maybe it
Tesla
is just
Model X
us.
for you can get a Tesla Model X for like 30,000 now.
Oh, that's not bad. I didn't know
The
that.
S. Yeah, you can
But
get the
but
S
what it
for
got though?
30,000.
Cause I've been in. It's a big difference with these cars. You know how some people who don't have the special edition be like, it is not a big difference until you get the special edition or get in the special edition. You like it is a big difference.
I mean, the Model S is like your
Little Honda,
standard.
little Nissan.
Yeah, you can say that, but I mean, at the same time, you also got to remember, you can purchase the full self-driving if you want to get go that route. You do get that nice big monitor there and stuff like that.
Everybody love screen. We all love
Oh yeah.
screens right about
Oh
now.
yeah.
We love
And
us some screens.
it's like it doesn't have all of the features that some of the higher models have, but it's $30,000. It's good
Nah,
for the environment, and
I want it fully loaded, baby. Fully loaded. I want it fully because the moment I figure out it and see the features, like say for example, I get that one and you get the big deal Holyfield,
hmm
and then I ride with you somewhere.
hmm
I'm not. I'm always grateful, but I'm gonna have to upgrade, bro.
Oh,
Come what you
yeah,
want.
you gonna be ready to upgrade when you see them gold wings go up.
Like bro, I just love futuristic stuff. Like I'm all for it. Like I support that. Like I support us evolving and just doing stuff that's different. You know what I'm saying? But also cost affordable. Like, cause Elon, he also got like the smart houses that he was working
Hmm.
on. Not too
Right.
sure he if that's still a thing or what's going on there. Well, actually, speaking of Elon Musk, we get into him for this next one, actually.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
but as far as the SUV thing, that's us. Yeah, that's pretty much on us.
Yeah.
That's yeah. So Elon Musk here. He recently had to go meet with some top leaders in Israel, including the Israeli president. He also had to meet up with that person as well, that individual. Now, listen, I know there's a lot of things going on. Like, bro, sometimes it's easy for us to sleep on information. Like, there's wars going on around us.
Right.
Like, real, legit wars going on.
Very true.
And it's like, like, of course, when it doesn't affect you, like, in your everyday life, it's kind of easy to, like, shy away from it or be
Hmm.
in the dark. But, bro, we really do need to consider that we are one whole. Like we
Yeah.
really have to stop separating ourselves. Country, skin, like whatever we use to separate ourselves, we kind of need to relax on that because I'm starting to think that certain things happen in certain places so they can. I just feel like they test certain things out and what works
Right.
or what people will go for in one place.
Hmm.
They try that in every place. It's just certain places, you know. So it's like it could be us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And there's a lot going on. I didn't want to get into like the political side of it, get into too much of it just yet because I don't know enough.
Hmm.
Um, but it's some things going on. It's weird. So they pulled him in because of the content that's coming up on Twitter or X. Is what it's called
Really?
now. Yes, and I'm like, what is it that? And mind you, this is coming from someone who doesn't know how none of this stuff works. And the news that I'm reporting y'all is actually from other news places, and I actually use resources. So yeah, that part. Just want to put that statement out there. These are not. These are not, of course I didn't go to nowhere and do any field work. Okay, I
Right.
use resources. Okay, uh, so yeah, but yeah, apparently he had to go meet with these people, and I'm like, I was like, I didn't realize it was that serious. Like, because well, you do kind of have some say over it. So this makes me wonder: is this what happens with any other platform that all of a sudden can't talk? Like all of a sudden you couldn't talk about C19. Like I can't even say it. I have to say C19, like because it got flagged or it gets banned because people were complaining and stuff like that, and it was just so much flack behind it that you can't even say it anymore without getting flagged. So I guess that's where it starts. Like there are people that are in charge that talk to the people that are in charge of these particular companies or platforms,
But I mean, I've never heard of anybody talking to
leaders
the
and
previous
presidents,
owner of, like, when it was called Twitter. I've never heard of the
anybody
owner
meeting
of
with anybody.
Twitter. Yeah. I've never heard of any meetings or anything like that. Why when Elon gets it, we have to have a talk?
Right. That's a good point. Like something is gonna mind you, I'm glad you said that. Because it did spin off to them talking about Pizzagate, right? For those of
Hmm.
you who don't know what Pizzagate is, real quick, it's pretty much like it's supposed to be like mostly like rich or famous people, like a ring of pedophiles, right? And they have like certain symbols and it's like they're this group of pedophiles. And it was like some photos going around. It was that was dealing with Elon Musk and saying that he was kind of subliminally putting it out there that he's part of Pizzagate. Now that part, the reason why it's not a topic for today is because I didn't want to get into that. I did not want to do research and unpack that bag. Um, now because when I was on YouTube, on my other YouTube channel, uh, I got flagged for it.
Oh
So I
wow.
was like, oh yeah, real quick. They warned me real fast. They warned me. They
Mm-mm.
I was accused of trying to like start, you know, negative, whatever, whatever. I'm not even gonna go into all that. But yeah, YouTube flagged me really, really fast. Um,
Wow.
so yeah, so when it comes to that, I don't even of course I can say it, but I'm not gonna go into details because I'm not too sure how
I don't
that would
blame
go.
you at all.
Yeah, so that's why I just strayed away from the topic itself. But it's strange that you find that strange because I also find that strange and that is intertwined with him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's too many occurrences that's not adding up that makes it add up. Anybody ever heard of
Hmm.
chaos theory? It's a movie I watched, right?
Mm-hmm.
Called I think it's called Chaos, if I'm not mistaken. It might be called something else. I might just be mistaken because it's kind of old. Um, it has Jason Statham in it. And him and Ryan Philippi, how you say his name? Philippi. I think it's Philippi. Him and Ryan Philippi. But the movie is pretty much basically it was a plan that was put together, and it was so many mixed pieces, and it was like chaotic, right?
Right.
But it was the chaos theory is creating it to where it's not in order, like it's so out of order that someone can't piece it together. But it actually does piece together. Like it's a whole plan, but it's made to be chaotic so you can't arrange it correctly. And I think that's what they
Interesting.
be. I think that's what they be doing. I think that's what this is because these things don't add up, but they add up. If you catch my drift.
No, I get you.
Yeah,
I get
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna let y'all do your own research on that one, and y'all can cover some things. Yeah. So next topic we have. I wanted to mention this because I wanted to speak on this about my boy. And don't get me wrong, I don't know any of these people, y'all. I don't know this man. I just said I care for him in movies and things like that. I think he's a great actor. He's
Mm-hmm.
also in Loki, Mr. Johnathan Majors. Uh, I wanted to bring him up because he went to court, and he's going through the court process from charges that he got back in March. um, where his ex girlfriend accused him of allegedly putting hands and feet on her. Now listen, um, I can't. Of course, no one was there. I can't say whether it was true or not. But it's been a lot of things that have been coming up that says that she's been telling tall tales,
Mm.
and he's also dating Megan Good right now too. So they're not together. I don't know. Cause he had, as a matter of fact, it was supposed to be some of his exes had came. I don't know where they went. They disappeared. Cause before today's update that I read on him, just going through the court process and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, they were saying that certain things were dropped or something because they found like false. It was like they proved somebody to be falsely accusing him or something like that. So I don't
Oh
know.
wow.
I mean, I wish him the best. It's like it's. I hope he didn't do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like every time I look at it though, it's like more details coming out. I'm like, where was all this stuff that? Because first it was like he pushed her down and kicked her when she was on the ground or something like. And I'm not saying that's exactly what was said. I'm just saying for example. But now it was like he twisted her finger, he broke this, he hurt that. And I'm like, bro, what really happened now? Come on now, because usually when something
Right.
happens, it's cut dry. Like this is what happened. And then when you get in court, if there's details of what took place, and that's another thing. But it's like things keep switching up. It's just weird. Um, y'all bear with me. First of all, let me first say that I do not condone. Like I don't care what you do. I don't care how good you are, what kind of talent you got. If you're out here hurting someone, then you need to pay for that.
Yeah.
Not to the point, not violently or anything. I'm just saying if you need, the justice system needs to do what it needs to do, right?
Right.
Um, I just don't. I don't think he did it though. Like I don't. Like I don't think he did it. It's just because I don't trust the whole celebrity world thing. You know what I'm saying? As
Right.
far as
Right.
I know, because he's in all this Marvel stuff, he's been doing good. He's become very popular. He's a great actor, and usually when these, especially with the black actors, usually when this happens, it's always this weird girlfriend or drugs. It's always like the same mo, right? And I feel like it's because they dangle, like that fame in their face. And once they get a taste of it and they start letting them do their thing, I feel like they won't or request something from them. And when they don't do it, all of a sudden, it's allegations on people.
I don't. It's oh man, that's
Like
wild.
it's
Like, so you mad because you don't got the money?
like that's all. Like I don't get. Like I think it's an industry thing. To be honest, I feel like it's like, well, you ain't do what we say, so you going to court. Like, and
More
if
money,
you
more problems.
if you feel like someone controls the court system and they make that threat against your freedom, 9 times out of 10 you might do what the person is requesting of you or whatever the case may be. Like I'm not saying that's always the case because things happen in people's lives. I'm just saying that anytime it's just always like the same.
Right.
It's like either that person keeps going up or they get hyped for a minute and then something crazy happens. And I'm like, it's too many people that this happened to. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm starting to notice a pattern.
It's wild. Like, I don't know. Like, some people say I want to be famous one day, and then now it's like, with all these things that are going on in the rich and famous world, I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know, bro. Like it depends. I think it depends. Like I think it really does depend. Like your crowd is going to be your crowd. Cause it's people who I haven't seen in the public eye. Then they'll come out, they'll pop out and do an interview. Come to find out they've been either overseas or they've been touring, they've been performing. I'm like, who's going to these concerts? Like I didn't even know you was selling tickets. Like when was this? And they still like have a. It's just like you, unless you follow them personally and keep up with them personally, like you would never think because everybody else they shove it in your face every day and all day, and sometimes they don't even be doing anything. Have you realized that? Like sometimes they don't even be making music or making movies or whatever the case. Like that thing that they're known
Just
for,
living their life.
they don't even be doing that. They be doing other stuff and they just shove them in our faces. Like so, it's like I don't know. And then, or you ever discovered a new artist all of a sudden? Like you like, wait a minute, and they got 10 million views and you've never heard of them. And not
Oh
on
yeah,
that, not on
I've
that
had that happen.
Not on the weird spectrum where they came out of nowhere. I'm talking about the ones that been doing it for a long time, and but you've never heard of them,
Right. Oh,
and
this
they
is the
do.
album. This is an album from back in 2002. Like what?
Yeah, yeah, like they been rocking. It's like you just never. It's like how have you never come up on trending or no one's ever said anything about you? Like you make this music is fantastic. Like where have you been all my life? You end up finding old stuff, new stuff. You end up listening to 3 albums before you know it, and you like what is and you automatically think like, well, maybe they just don't what you call it, advertise them enough. Like, no, they don't get advertised at all because of that system that they have set up. Because now you can really make yourself something by streaming and because of the internet and everything, it makes it easier for you to get out there.
Right.
But it's still that little tiff. It's still that little part that I don't too much care for. which
Yeah.
goes which goes along with our last topic for tonight. And so you guys, we have an update on the whole Cassie and Diddy situation.
Oh, the update.
Oh, the update. Oh my goodness. So to add to what we said, and if you haven't checked out that episode, the update's not gonna make much sense to you. Unless you've just been keeping up, you just so happen to know. But if you haven't checked that out, make sure you go and check that out. But yeah, so update on that. So apparently, and I'm glad we left it the way we did because we didn't have too many details as far as the settlement was
Right.
concerned, and we was kind of up in the air, just leaving it to our own imagination, so guesses on what happened. So with this update, apparently there was some information that was provided amongst what was it he said, the guy that did the video. I think he said, well, I think he was saying that he got his information or sources from like certain. I think he created those bullet points, though, right? So
Right.
it wasn't from a particular. So okay, so I take that back. Well, I thought I don't know. I think I was watching something else, and that was yeah. I think that was a little bit different as far as sources go. But so we got this from somebody who got this from somebody. So you, because I'm trying so hard not to say I got it from a video. I seen it. I watched the video. That's what I was trying every other way to say it. I just go. I'm just that person, bro. I'm a visual learner. Okay. So
There's nothing
most
wrong with that.
so most of my stuff is not on paper or black and white unless it has to be. But I saw a video. I'm just gonna say it. Um, and the guy did it. He did a fantastic job breaking it down.
Oh yeah.
Um, oh yeah. So I can't remember his name. Do you remember his name?
I don't remember his name.
Well, shout out to you, bro. Sorry, I don't remember his name. But he made a great video. Pretty much going into details, and apparently, okay, so this is how it went. So Cassie sued Diddy, not as a ex girlfriend or anything like that, or as far as relationship, like that stuff was, of course, it's still tacked on to that. It's still added there, but she sued him technically in black and white as an employee, and she sued his corporations, his businesses. And once
Yeah.
I heard that, you get that little warm little tingle in your chest. You're like, oh my goodness, like, ooh, this is juicy. Like, bro, she is intelligent. That is a smart move. I don't think I'm not saying it's never happened. I've never heard of anyone making a move like that. Like actually making it to the point where it's more business than personal. You know what I mean?
Right. And I remember him saying something along the lines of, because remember on the other episode when we talked about this, I was, speaking in regards to the prenup.
Which
And
one?
remember when we talked about this before?
Yeah. Which
I
what?
was saying, I was
Which
saying,
detail?
oh, the detail about the prenuptial agreement.
What prenuptial room is? They
About
weren't
her,
married.
well, I mean, no, no, no. See, look at me. I'm using the wrong words. Prenup.
Oh,
No,
okay. Look, I thought I was. Look,
let me get my facts straight.
I thought you
The
had. Boy, I thought you had some
NDA,
more
the
details. Oh, the
the
NDA. Okay.
NDA.
The
Yeah, that's
non-disclosure
what
deal.
I meant to get out there.
Okay.
So on the other episode, I was talking in regards to the NDA, and come to find out, in the state in which he's being sued, she didn't have to. She didn't have to sign one.
Right. And if she did, it's still not on board.
Exactly.
Because the settlement was settled so fast, which pretty much technically it was just companies that settled because it was just a smarter move. But they was like, pretty much even if she did, that it cancels out because they settled too fast. Like it's a what's the I think he said because it was under 24 hours too. Like they
Right.
settled less than 24 hours. So even if she did sign, it don't matter. It don't count. So pretty much she can tell her story. She can talk about any details or whatever she wants. And
Right.
this also, cause Stan, in this point right here, real quick, um, as far as her suing him as an employee, they was like it really did boil down to the insurance companies because he's insured, and it really was them saying like, oh no, we can because remember I said before like if you don't have that same protection or backup that you had for
Hmm.
everything else, I really didn't mean it in this particular way, but hot dog, I take it. Like, golly, like, listen, I would have never thought of this or seen this
Right.
coming, bro. Like, for real,
Like,
for real.
wow.
And so it also ties into, which is still on topic of Diddy. Um, it ties into like the groups and stuff. Remember we brought up that he released their publishing, their their yeah, that's in publishing, right?
And where?
Like their why I feel like I'm using the wrong word. They're he let them get their stuff back. The
Oh,
artists,
they're
the catalog. But what's the
what is it?
word?
The
It's a
royalties?
word. There you go. So like they can start receiving royalties and stuff like that.
What these
Which is
technical
like
terms?
no right. Which is like pretty much it ain't that it's not worth that much anymore. Um and for some odd reason in these non-disclosures I'm so country, bro. In these non-disclosures, Whatever. In these non-disclosures, it. I've heard from like 3 or 4 different sources. Uh, and when I say heard, because I watched the video, y'all, I didn't talk to anybody personally. Um, that for some reason, all of them mentioned that they can't talk about what was going on, this, that, and the third, what they experienced, but especially they couldn't talk about like one of his children, Justin, and his mom, because apparently they was receiving the royalties, right? But I was like,
Right.
he has more children though, so like, why just him? I was wondering. Like that still kind of gets to me. I'm like, what is
That's a
going on there? Like, I don't know. I'm just leave it. I'm gonna leave that alone. Because anything I can make is just an assumption. I don't want to do that out loud. Like, and it's also probably not. Yeah, that's probably not fair. But anyway, so it's like, so there are certain people that I think did sign, and so they can't talk about it, but there's other people that did not. So it really might pick up when it comes down to it. He really might be in like way more trouble than I thought originally.
I, I feel like I'm getting really invested into this, and I want to do a lot more research.
Like me, like I really didn't mean to. Like I really didn't mean to, but it's like when the situation is as dark as it is. Mind
Right.
y'all, we haven't gone into certain details. Like Danity came, like oh, what's her name? What's her name? I just had it. I can't remember her name right now, yo. My bad. But she's been one of the ones that's been talking trash for a long time and trying to put it out there about how he was with them. And his one of his old bodyguards, and I think I said this last episode too, when he was saying that he said to them openly that he was going to drug them up and pimp them out. And the girl, when she was talking about it, she pretty much said the same thing. And she was like, yo, the way he used to talk to them, the way he used to treat them. And then, because you know, this was the whole TV show when he made the group.
Right.
So they went and showed clips from when he was talking to them. And I remember, bro, I used to watch this. I watched his shows, bro. All of them. Day 26, the band. I watched all of them, right? So it's like now I was like, wow, bro. It was stuff that we was laughing at. And it was stuff, you know how they cut and print stuff, and it was so much stuff that they left out. But not just that, but it was moments on there where we used to laugh about. I remember having like, bro, as young as I was then, like I remember me and my little friends laughing about certain stuff that was going on, or people just made jokes out of certain stuff, period, and thought that he was funny, but come to find out, like, they was really going through it. And some of the stuff, like, when you know now, looking back at the clip, bro, I was like, wow. And it's like they let her explain, then they showed the clip. And I was like, bro, he did it right in our faces.
Wow.
I don't like your hair. I don't like how you dress. I don't like how you looked in these pictures. You look a little fat and this. Like, then they said behind the scenes he was trying to sleep with all of them. She said she was one of the only ones that didn't do any sexual favors.
Oh wow.
So I was like, you saying a lot right now. Like, we don't even need out. We don't need details. Like, she was like, she pretty much had that like tone where, like, of course I'm not gonna go into detail. That's enough.
That's
We don't
enough.
need. Like, why would you say it? Like, what? Look, if interview me, I'll tell the truth as a person. Like, bro, like, yeah, thanks for not going into more detail, but you pretty much just said that the whole group did stuff with him. But you, like, that's pretty much what I heard just now. Like, and I wind it back and listen to it again. Maybe I should have cut on subtitles. Hopefully, I didn't take it out of context. It didn't sound that way to me. It sounded like the girl said she was the only one that didn't do sexual favors. It's like he pretty much.
Mm-mm.
She was like he played mental games. Like, it was a very, very. She said that he pretty much caused them damage that all of them are probably still going through. And I was like, she's not the only one. Like, he's really messing people up. Like, he's really like, bro, when you drive someone to therapy, do you have any idea what you really, either that person you dealing with is extremely fragile, or you're really abusive.
Right.
Like, and this is the thing is, her story never changes. It's been consistent, and she got other people's stories that match what she either went through or what someone else went through. Like, everybody saying the same thing at this point, bro. And we talking about years. And then another another one came up, right? They like kind of snuck it in there on the video, because at that point towards the end they were just piecing stuff together about just naming people off that
Mm-hmm.
he's probably ruining a part of their lives or something like that. And they mentioned Mary J. Blige and that he got her
Uh,
pregnant. Let me tell you something. I don't care what no one says. I don't know if it was the Mandela effect or what, but let me tell you, I remember, because there's nothing you can't like, bro. You can't tell me that I'm mistaken. I remember a moment where Mary J. Blige was pregnant. Not saying
yes,
it
she
was,
was.
not saying that it was by him or who it could have been by. At the time, I thought it was her husband because she was married at the time. I could have swore that woman was pregnant, and that's why they said she was on like a break from music or whatever. Um, because she was supposed to like do some stuff or work on some projects, but she ended up not being able to because she was pregnant. And then it's like all of a sudden she just wasn't pregnant, and then all of a sudden it's like she never was. I was like, wait a minute now. I remember because I was like, where's her baby at? Because I remember seeing her husband's kids. I was like, them ain't none of her kids. Like, hold on.
She
I was
made
like,
a
wait a
lot of
minute.
music about being hurt.
That was,
No more
but
pain, no more drama in my
but
life.
but bro, I know I'm not crazy. Like it's like all of a sudden she just wasn't pregnant. I was like, how they made that just disappear like that? And I was like, for the longest time, I couldn't find nobody else that was like, well, yeah, I guess. Like, no, bro. I know she was like, bro, no, I remember. But this is, like, you're not about to tell me I remember. And
I
so,
know you were pregnant.
because it's just, I just remember it being like, for the most part, she keeping private. Like, she wasn't really hot then either. It's just like we knew who she was. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
like, but no one really kept up because it's like she still had her. She was just like looked at like on legend type thing. Like, but nobody was like really actually listening to her at the time. So it was like it was easy. In other words, for to me, it was easy to get rid of whatever situation that was. I'm like, bro, I remember. And then it's like all of a sudden today, I finally see something, and I was like, I don't even know if it's the same time frame. I just remember her being. I remember that she was pregnant, and I don't know what happened.
Just the whole pregnancy just disappeared.
Because you control the media, bro. You control the internet and what's allowed to be shown on platforms, stuff like that. That's pretty much it. You can't control what people say, but word of mouth ain't gonna get but so far.
All it takes is the right amount of money.
And it's like either you'll probably either look crazy or no one cares. Like or no one thinks anything of it. Or it just don't hold no weight. So yeah. Yeah, man. Popularity wins. I'm so serious. Like it's crazy. But yeah, but that was it, y'all. That was the last one. That was
I'm
updates on
gonna
him.
figure out some more stuff on this.
Yeah, but he's yeah, I think he's in deep shit. I ain't gonna tell you, bro. And I'm like, bro, you got a lot of victims, bro. Like alleged victims, excuse me, because I don't know none of them people. I'm just it's opinion. This is entertainment, y'all. Yeah, make sure I put that make sure I put that out there because I
Right.
don't know. I don't know. I'm just an observer like the rest of us.
Exactly.
But it ain't looking
We are
good.
just watching
We're just
and
watching.
seeing how it unfolds.
That's it. And just, talking about, what we saw on videos or read online. Like, I don't know what else to tell you, bro. I don't know what else to tell you. But yeah. So y'all, that was it. That was the update that we had for you guys. That was the topics we have. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to check everything off. Yeah, I think that was it. So other than that, y'all, make sure y'all tune in every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Make sure y'all catch us. I don't know why I was about to say something that why am I about to tell you what I was about to say when I stopped myself from saying it? Anyway, um, I'm so weird. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Why I feel like I'm forgetting to tell them something. Am I forgetting something, Mr. Gary? 'Cause I'm
my
talking and
last
thinking.
my last words. And I got a good one for you.
Okay.
Have the talk with your grandma.
They really do. I think you about to be. I really think you about to send them off with something. Y'all, bye, y'all. Like, anything we probably forgot, we just bring it up in the next episode. Y'all tune in tomorrow. You know what I mean? Oh, make sure that y'all go follow us on TikTok. Make sure y'all tune in. You'll also get updates when I drop a new episode. So
Oh
that's for
yeah,
sure.
definitely.
That's for sure. So make sure y'all take that out. Our TikTok is podcast underscore it's pudding's tea. Make sure y'all go and check that out. Good night. Or
Good
well,
night.
depending on whatever time it is to you. Aloha. I don't know. All right, bye.